G'day guys, I'm Ethan and welcome to the ModShop. Today I'm going to be doing the Jada Toys metal diecast Batmobile from Dawn of Justice. I'm doing this in honor of Justice League coming out. So, let's get to the project itself. Alright, this is it here. It's a 1:32 replica, that's the scale. It's a 1:32 scaled replica of the Dawn of Justice Batmobile. It was a very bland grey. When I first got it, it did come early in the mail, which was good, so now I've had a lot more time to do what I want. So, as you can see, I have added in a dry brushed chrome silver, a Tamiyan chrome silver. I just dry brushed that in the areas where paint would chip off and the metal would show through underneath. That's it. That's all I'm doing to the car itself. It's done. I like where it's at. I don't want to add any more because it's more of a less is more kind of project, this one. And that's where we're at so far. It does have a mount on the bottom of it, but I just have to unscrew that if I want to take it off. I don't know if I'm going to take it off at the moment. But the main focus of this project is going to be the base. That's going to be what really brings the whole piece together. So now that the car is done, I can focus on how I want the base to actually complement the car itself. I've looked at some reference photos. I'm going to be making my own design based off what I've seen from the Dawn of Justice movie, as well as what other people may have, designed themselves, or from other movies or cartoons. But basically I want something that really complements the way the car looks. It's very sleek but very geometric at the same time, which doesn't usually work, but they really made it work with this. It's a very sleek looking car, but it still looks like a friggin' beast, and I really want that to be reinforced by the base. So what I'll be doing is I'll be emulating a Batcave turntable. It's not going to be a difficult process. I'm just going to get some MDF from Bunnings and then just decorate that. I've got some foam here I'm going to put on it, decorate that as well. I'm going to be putting in my own markings and all of that sort of thing. So, now that I've gone through the entire process with you, let's get to it. Okay guys, so now I've gone through what we're doing with the car, which I do have here. So let's get started with the base. We're going to take two, I think they're called like placemats or something from Bunnings. They're about $3.90 each or something like that. So we're taking two of these, one for the top and one on the bottom, to make sort of like a cylindrical box. And then what we're going to do on the top one is we're going to get some garden mesh that I got from Bunnings for $8.80 or something like that, and going to be cutting it out so that it covers only the inner circle that I've drawn onto this. And then over that, what we're going to do is we're going to take this fan belt that I found around the house. It was purely coincidence, but as you can see, it's got that nice tread pattern on it that I would have had to do had I not found it with my wood burner onto this foam. So very good that I found this, and it fits the tires perfectly, so it's going to make a really nice addition to the base. After that, in the sort of corner areas, I'm going to be cutting out this foam and giving it a tapered edge on the inside of each of them. That's purely for an aesthetic look. There's no practicality aspect about it. So with that being said, that's pretty much the entire process minus the colouring, but you'll see the colouring as I go through. So with that said, I should get to it. Alrighty guys, so I've left this dry overnight because I did have to change the method in which I was using for the tapered edges of these things. I also have done the grate. I spray painted that with my aluminium Rust-Oleum, and I let that dry overnight as well. That's inside, but don't need that right now. What I do need to go over is this new method that I've used, because the other foam just wasn't working, didn't come out great at all, so I did have to peel it off. And what I did is I used some leftover styrofoam from the T-Rex Battlezord project, and I cut it into small bits and just shaped it to the edges. It hasn't come off as neat as I would like, but it is close enough, and I figured, you know, I might be able to play it off when I paint it as it might be a rock formation that's been carved to suit the rest of the turntable. I don't know yet, but we'll see what happens. In saying that, it is prime time. I am using the Rust-Oleum primer, flat grey. I am using this as a base coat. So, let's get to it. Okay guys, while I've got the primed base drying, I'm going to go over the fan belt tread sort of thing with just a black wash. It's just black acrylic paint with a bit of water, and they are a bit dirty, so this will just make them look nice and flush. Okay, the priming is dry enough for me to continue. So as you can see, I've already used that same black wash just to give this a more weathered look. I'm going in with a sand sponge right now, just going ever so slightly over these areas. I'm going to add in a few more colours as we go on. Right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this black acrylic and I'm just going to go over the inner circle just to add a bit of depth. Alrighty, so I've added more weathering, as you can see, and I've sanded away these areas. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with my chrome silver and my titanium silver just to give the overall look as a metal aesthetic. Okay, so I've finished the top of the base, which is why nothing's on camera at the moment because I don't want to spoil it. But I've just primed the bottom half. That'll be dry enough soon for me to keep going. What I'm going to do after that finishes drying, I'm going to go in with this silver spray galv from Ultra Color, and I'm going to spray it a bit further than normal so it doesn't give off an overly metal effect. I only want a slight one on the bottom because, you know, it's the bottom. So after that's finished, I'm going to be getting that roll of foam from inside and building the walls for the box. What else do I need to do? I need that. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. So we're on the home stretch pretty much. Yeah, let's get back to it. This is the bottom bit of the base, and unfortunately I couldn't find any bolts that suited it in the way that I wanted them to, so we're just gonna have to go with this. So all I have to do is sort of fuse this thing together using my wood burner, sorry, and then just stick it to the bottom of the base. Okay, so now that that's fused, I'm going to get my quick grip because it's the best glue I have at the moment, and I'm just going to apply it to the bottom of this and glue it onto the base. Okay, so that's drying now. Gonna have to sort of mold it as it dries, but yeah, we're getting there. Alright guys, so just a quick update. So this is the top half of the base. I figured out what I was gonna do. So as you can see, this is still drying for the sort of box area, and what I did this so it would actually fit on it and stay there, and that way I can always make sure that it's on in the center and it's on properly, and then it's finished. And then it's finally properly finished, and it'll be time for the reveal. Alright guys, reveal time is just around the corner, and basically the last thing I want to show you guys before the final reveal, I've just dropped it, is basically what I think sort of brings the whole piece together. Now, I originally just had this on one of my lamps as, you know, just a thing, but it's a magnet that I got from Movie World, obviously the bat symbol, and so I noticed it because I put the piece down next to the lamp, and I was like, so it actually fits right in between where the top and the bottom of the box actually meet, and so it really just adds to the piece in the best and most simple way, and I'm just really glad that it works. So now that we've gone through that, it's time for the reveal. guys, this is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe if you want to see more. I'm going to be coming back tomorrow with a movie review of Justice League. I'm very excited to go see it. And lastly, I just want to add that this isn't actually how I intended the piece to come out. I mean, it's close, but it's not what I originally envisioned. I do want to say that I actually prefer this. It's much more rustic in a way, and sort of, you know, reflects how aged this Batman is. I did have a lot of fun doing this. It was small and just, you know, really easy to go through, and I did make up a lot of it as I went, but I really did enjoy how it came out in the end. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to see more. And that's about it. See ya.
Damn Batman.